Why?
What up, though, world? This is your man, Jay Lee. You're back rocking with the Culture Cure. It is our Halloween episode. How y'all doing, all right? Everybody's all festive and
You're a
stuff.
whole nutcase. That's not how you do it.
You sound like Krusty the Clown. Okay, y'all both
y'all
being foolish.
Y'all are way too wild for me.
So, yeah, what's up, y'all? How you doing? You all right? You good?
I'm good.
It's
I don't
been,
think you can hear me.
I can hear you a little bit. Test.
Can't hear you.
Oh, it is very low. We need to get Tiff's mic
What
together.
number-
Aaron, what are you
what
doing?
number What number?
What number is your mic?
1.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
We just got a few technical difficulties.
Right, please hold.
Say something?
I was going.
Oh, there we go. What were you about to rap?
I was.
Oh, go for it.
Okay.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
we already fixed it, so it's really not
Alright.
pointless at this point.
So how was y'all week, John? Week was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna complain. It's a good week.
They flew by.
It did. Adjusting to being back at work. And
Oh, because you just came back.
it's been.
Oh, tell everybody where you went.
I'm
Okay.
out here in these streets.
Oh, my goodness.
Where'd you
Can
go?
y'all sit still? Is that right?
I'm trying, but you
Oh,
know,
I thought you were
life.
talking about right now.
No. I went on a 7-day cruise. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. It definitely was intimidating thinking about it at first, but it actually went by really fast, and I had a great time. We stopped in the Cayman Islands, Honduras, Mexico, and Belize. So
Excuse me?
it was a really good time. I would have to say my favorite, we did excursions at each one except Belize, but my favorite, funny enough, was Mexico. I've been to Mexico a few times, but I just love it. We did tequila tasting. The tour guides were very professional. The restaurant we went to was new, so it was really nice. Belize, unfortunately, it was raining when we went, but the food was really good. And the most beautiful was probably the Cayman Islands. So I had a good time. I did travel with a toddler, and that changed.
I mean,
Tasting as well.
He was acting a whole toddler. I'm gonna say that.
Be real.
No, that my godson. I do love him.
But
Shout out to Rory. But
Okay.
yeah, he was 2 turning 3, and you know what they say about the terrible 2. So,
Natural birth control.
so that was interesting. that was very interesting being around. I don't think I've ever been around a child that long. So no, seriously. I mean, like day and night.
Bad.
No, I
me
mean,
either.
you know, for those of us who don't have children, which is everyone at this table, I don't think anyone can say, well, maybe if you have siblings,
No, I've
but
been around a child.
you have siblings, or what was it?
Nieces and nephews. I got 24 of them.
For 7 days straight, day and night, you've been around
I
them.
used to live with 2 of them.
Oh, well. Well, I've never done that. Right. I've never done that. So that was interesting, but it was a really good trip. So I enjoyed myself. I love cruises. I recommend everyone go on one. Probably don't want to start with the 7-day cruise because you didn't like your
So
7-day
what's
cruise.
horrible about a 7-day cruise?
I got seasick.
Oh, no.
Oh,
See,
I
I
don't
don't
have
know.
those problems.
Once you get, I mean, but if you don't get seasick, it's cool.
I'm also, when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go.
Oh,
So,
and you can't get up and walk off a boat.
yeah,
No.
there's nowhere for you
Yeah.
to go. It's like, all right, I'm done. I can come and go home now. And that wasn't an option. It's like, oh, we've got 3 more days. Okay.
Oh.
So, wow. Looks like I'll be here.
Oh, my
And then
God.
when I was on land, it felt like I was still on water. So like my
You were
body-
still like
I was
rocking
still
and
rocking.
moving. No.
Ooh.
I liked that. I'm a big movie buff, and every night, like they had what they call dive-in cinema, so they were showing like new movies. It was kind of like a drive-in by the pool. So I liked that. That was something to do at night. That was kid friendly. And one night they showed it for the midnight movie. So
Wow.
we didn't take the kids to that. Obviously, they were asleep. I went to that by myself, but I had fun at that actually.
Mhm.
So they had a lot to do. I think I could do 7 days again. I don't mind it. But it sounds intimidating before you go in it. Tiffany, like, for me.
No, because I've heard of people taking like those European and all those different type of cruises.
Yeah.
You have to go for at least about 7 days
Yeah.
to get a good
To
experience.
get somewhere.
I mean, but if you have issues on the boat, I mean, like you said, once you're
Trying
ready
to
to
get
go.
in and out.
It's like some
That's your
professional
motto, isn't
cruises.
it?
Some of them retired people, they was like we're boarding another one on Sunday for another 7 day. Like, oh no. Like when it was time to come home,
Oh,
I was
wow.
ready, but
Yeah.
I was fine while I was there. But it's some people.
I like being on water,
these
so I
old
don't know
people.
if I have a problem. I probably wouldn't like.
Yeah, it's
I
I
like
right.
liked
old
it. Like,
people.
I love
I could
water.
sleep on a boat, like you know what I mean. Like,
Not for you too.
no, that's, I mean,
She say that now until her Nubian king come back and keep her on the yacht.
who you
Then
talking about that one?
I mean, if he talk about it, then I'm talking
Oh
about
my
it.
God.
see
We know
how the tune just changed real quick. It was
her Egyptian king.
It was enough for her dog. Then all of a sudden it was like, well, you know.
I mean, if
You
the
just gotta
opportunity
get
presents
one of
itself.
the bracelets or a lot of people had the patch behind their ear.
I didn't know about those things.
Well, try it again.
So would you try it again?
For 4 days.
Yeah, I mean, for a shorter time.
Yeah.
Like 7 days, just I feel like in general was too long for me. And then I was like on an older people cruise.
Mm.
So,
yeah.
I
Oh, you
heard.
couldn't really turn up.
What is it? I heard Royal is younger people. We were on Carnival with like a lot of couples and families, but I mean, I still have fun.
I was on Celebrity. with
I don't even know
the
what that is.
retirees.
Yeah,
I think they fly Norwegian
Norwegian
flag.
Norwegian.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta try that again.
Yeah. And it could be that, I
Maybe
just
we'll
picked the
do
wrong
Ocean
one.
Cruise.
We should a
I
4
actually
day.
think that would be fun.
Yeah, a 4 day.
First of all, I've been saying that we should do more family activities, and we don't. So
You don't plan.
I can find us some cheap flights.
Ooh.
We can go to Miami in a few days.
Yeah.
you know what?
Because I'm waiting on this
You
community
right,
service
girl.
activity. that
I
we have.
told you what we could do.
I know that was the fallback, but
I have literally a month to plan this. Like we're almost a month. Like back up.
Mm.
All right. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it.
I said
We're gonna be
it.
on the next show. Like, yeah. So, what had happened was.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Now, when I hit y'all with these tickets, though.
Oh, you looking at flights? Miami?
Look.
I'm
Yeah,
down.
I
You
can
know.
do it. Y'all can go.
That's what I mean.
So things are tight for the kid right now. Making some changes, trying to pay some things up. So
Praise the Lord, saints. Anyway.
yeah. So yeah. So y'all week was good. My week was pretty amazing. I actually dibbled and dabbled in some of the Forbes activities this past week,
I saw.
and I actually had a very surreal moment. Let me tell you about my moment. So I was in a was at an event. It was a little mix and mingle, right? So I'm there, doing my thing, passing out cards for the show. I got the merch on. Everybody's asking questions, whatever. So it eventually became, well, no, it never became. It was always a party, and I was like, a little thick in here. Time for me to go. And as I'm leaving, this young lady stopped me and was like, "You got a podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was about to be smart because you say it on the shirt, on the hat, and on the shirt.
Don't be
And
disrespectful.
I wasn't. It was.
That could have been an opportunity.
Knee-jerk, it was a knee-jerk reaction. But I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, of course." And she was like, "Oh," and then dude behind her was animated. "Oh my god! Oh my god! I'll watch y'all show. I watch like my man just sent me y'all podcast. I've been watching y'all crazy. Oh my god!" And he was eating. And you know how you're frantically trying to like get to something? He was grabbing napkins, just trying to get his hands clean. And I'm like, no, he bullshitting. Like, my man,
Really?
he blowing smoke on my ass. And no, but I can see, oh man, oh my god, y'all crazy, oh my god. Handed his friend his phone.
He didn't mix you up with anybody else.
I really thought he did. I'm like, no.
Oh, he got me confused with somebody
Like,
else.
that's not. I'm like, yeah.
First of all, I can see you now. Jeff probably would have like.
Somebody behind me.
I'm like, yeah, the coach. He's like, yeah. I'm like, and he hands his friend the phone. Like, oh my god, let's take a picture.
Yeah, that's dope.
I'm like, what?
You famous?
Hey, you know.
Oh my God.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it was a surreal experience. Like at that moment,
Wow.
you know how like late nights trying to figure out what we're gonna do for the show, going out, just trying to market and things. It all came worthwhile.
That's a
It was-
Shout out to him.
Yeah. And,
Right.
yeah,
Thank you for listening.
Right.
Let me shout his Instagram out. It was a very, very surreal moment. I appreciate it. And he's from Ohio.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, from Ohio. He's not even from here.
So what is he? Listen,
Did you ask? We didn't
Didn't
because
get
there
that
was just so
far.
much going on.
Yeah.
He was taken aback.
Yeah, I was shocked.
That is
I'm not gonna
nice.
lie. I was
No, that
definitely
is.
shocked. And it was.
Dang, that low key made my day.
I mean, it was a surreal moment. Definitely a surreal moment. It's DT Cook _. I think his name is Darius. here. Yeah, Darius Cook. I hope if you're watching, man, we appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, and he's alpha.
Really?
Yeah, he's alpha, so I didn't know that. Yeah, man. So it was a real surreal experience. So, you know, I appreciate you all for, you know, believing in my dream and trying to
Get off it.
to have a heart. We appreciate that.
No, it's
Thank
fine.
you.
So we're gonna have an open spot available.
I'm irreplaceable.
Auditions.
Shit on my Cheerios. But no, it was a real cool situation. But yeah, so
That is lovely.
That was my weekend. Made a lot of connections. Someone wants to premiere a book launch on the show, and
Dang.
yeah, I'm just saying someone. I wasn't gonna say who it was,
Yeah.
but yeah, someone wants to premiere a book launch and things of that nature. Just a lot of different things coming up. So
no
yeah.
break for us?
No, we're definitely gonna take a break.
Oh.
Rest for the weary.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely take a break. But it was a cool experience.
You got me excited for next year.
Yeah, yes, you know, we gotta sit down and put some real stuff together.
Nah, that's awesome.
So yeah, what y'all got going on? What's going on in life?
We put together a fishbowl of topics
Bring the fish
earlier
back.
today. Yes. And so some discussions that came up throughout the week, and you know, we just figured we'd take turns, pull one out, and see what everybody
Okay, we'll go
thinks.
first. Let's get to it.
Oh Lord.
See what we
Use your strong hand.
I was
Use
about to say,
your
we ain't
strong
about to get to nothing. Open this. Oh, I could just.
Pick a good one.
I will. 'Cause I don't like it.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord. That one looks like a short one.
Yeah, I don't know.
That might be 'tis the season.
Uh,
You
we're
can
not
do
gonna
it.
that.
It's this season. You dropping them on the floor.
We'll get that one back.
Dun dun dun.
What's the scariest moment you guys have ever had? I think that goes in partnership though with
The one that
question I
you
did.
just dismissed.
Yeah. So we could talk. It's Halloween, so we've got the Halloween episode.
Mhm.
So, what's you guys' scariest moment?
Mm.
And coupled with that is, do you have any fears or phobias?
I mean, I definitely have phobias. Scariest moment I have to think about. But,
I don't have fears or phobias.
no.
Here you go.
Well, I'll start. Anybody
Does
who
everyone have to have a phobia?
can I
No,
say
that's
what I
true.
was gonna say?
That's actually healthy. That's actually healthy if you don't have one.
Every time I say something, this nigga over here
Yeah.
lying.
Well, you do be lying.
So whenever y'all are ready, I'll tell you what my phobia is.
Born.
Anyone who knows me probably knows that I am really afraid of spiders. It's almost like
Ridiculous.
detrimental to anything. It's debilitating. I have to be honest. No, it is.
When we were kids, maybe you should just say bugs in general, though. I know,
But it's
spiders
more
is an
spiders.
issue.
Like I can deal with ants. I can deal with worms. I can deal with. I mean, I don't like centipedes, but
That was freaking.
I'll probably take that over a spider. Like it's something about spiders that I can't. I mean, there's a word for it, arachnophobia, so it's real. But that is like my number one phobia. I would have to say.
When we were kids in middle school, I talked to Soraya like later on in the night, and she was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "Why weren't you home?" She was like, "I saw a bug on the ceiling. It looked like it had wings, so I just left back out." Like
It was the size of my fist, and it had the higher
First of all,
ground.
Nigga, you're lying. There's no bugs in Michigan.
Oh
this
God,
size.
it was this big. I'm so serious.
I think your fist is a little bit bigger than that.
Okay,
She
it was
got
this
small
big.
hands.
and it had wings. It was on the ceiling. What was I to do? I was like 9.
Close that door.
No,
It was
no.
in the living
No,
room.
stop.
No,
First of all,
no.
you don't do that, so it can
Keep
show up
your
on your
house away.
face later on when you're asleep. You killed the bug, so you never have to see it again.
He had an advantage.
Facts.
I left to go get my neighbor, and he refused to come back to the house. So it wasn't like I just abandoned the mission. I left to get someone to kill
He
it.
said, "Be strong, baby."
Yeah. So
He said, "I wish you both love."
Why
did he
above
refuse
me
to
now?
come
to the house?
I don't know. He was 9 too. So
Everybody
was at
She got another 9-year-old. Was like,
So
"Oh,
you
you on
like-
your own place."
So, and then she told him like this, it's as big as my head.
Like, nah.
You really thought
That was all in your mind.
you really thought he was.
He was a tough guy. It was Casper. Do you remember
I
Casper?
know who you was talking about.
But
Okay.
he knew karate. I just knew he was ready, but
Okay.
he didn't.
No.
He wanted no parts. So it wasn't like I left to abandon the mission. I was trying to get help. However, I don't like bugs. The spider's number one phobia.
So you can't think of a scary moment?
I mean, you had some stuff that was exempt from it, right?
No. Oh.
No, those were, I think.
I know. I meant more so like, okay, we're not necessarily talking about like, I'm scared of being alone.
Oh.
Like when
I thought you was. Oh, you did mean that.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Y'all are out of line today. I'll give you an example, right? The scariest moment I've ever had in my life, right? I tell my dad to take me to a beauty supply store on like 96 and Telegraph, right? Yeah. He waiting outside. I'm in the back, like looking for stuff. All I hear is like people screaming in the front. So me and this girl, and I hear things being knocked over, right? So me and this girl like run to the back. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck
The
to
back,
do.
like
The back of the store. Yeah, I mean, no, we're like in the back because I'm scared to move through the aisles. I don't know where they are. And, yeah, I like start shaking and stuff like that. Like next thing I hear the door open and I hear Sputnik. That's my dad. My dad. Man, I got up and left so quick, and he was like, you know, saying he could have got a bullet in his ass trying to look out for me. But I mean, I guess he saw people running out of the front of the store, so he knew something was wrong.
Did they get robbed?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, or somebody attempted to rob them, and maybe it was the whole process was taking too long, so they left.
Mm-hmm.
But they knocked stuff over in the front of the store, and you know, I heard the people behind the counter screaming.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what kind of scream that is. So I had the opposite way. Scared the shit. I ain't been over there since. I don't even drive in that parking lot. Like,
Not
I
even
kid you, that's what
yesterday.
I don't give a damn about yesterday. It's like, yeah.
Oh, so you wouldn't have went to my dad's performance because it was
That's-
yesterday.
I mean,
PTSD.
I wasn't in the daytime.
No, definitely in the evening.
Mm. I don't know.
I mean, we
I
I
ain't
would
been
have
over
fought
there.
you for that. That's
I'm not mad.
traumatic.
I'm just saying.
That was.
Because you would have pulled up like, wait, hold on, we going to hit? Oh, hell.
I probably would
Hey,
have.
y'all,
Being
I'm
you would
with
do.
y'all.
Being
I
y'all
would have
do.
maybe made sure like a couple of y'all were there first. Like I don't know.
I
That
mean,
I've never like that scared the shit out of me. But my phobia is heights. I have issues like real talk. Like me and her.
At the mall, she won't even like walk on the
No.
outside.
No, I don't like. No, I don't like walking next to the glass banister. You know what I'm saying? Like
You don't
where
think it's secure?
I don't care. Somebody could be running. I don't know. Maybe knock me over.
Okay.
These are things I
I mean,
think
these are
about.
valid to you.
I don't like being-
Not just to you. Okay.
I don't like being on the edge of things that when we're high up. And it got worse. Like, you know, I used to get on roller coasters and stuff like that when I was a teenager. Got on the Tower of Terror with her.
Almost ripped my head off because she squoze my
I
head.
haven't been right
You can do that.
Because you think like, oh, it's a normal thing to be like this scared. No.
I
Like
mean,
I'm
you're right.
older now. I might have a heart attack. Like
I
don't
felt
trust
so
nobody.
bad. We went to Universal, was it?
you ain't shit.
And we talked her into getting on the Jurassic Park ride. Now, from the outside, it didn't
They ain't
look
shit.
that high. It was like a water ride, and it sends you through
They
the
ain't
little
shit.
theme, and then you go down. When I tell you we got to the top, and you know they sit you for a minute, I just looked at her. I said, "I'm so sorry." Like it wasn't nothing else I could say.
You was apologizing when you was going up.
I was,
Because
because I'm like,
you
why
don't
are we
go up
still
real
going
slow.
up? Why are we still going
And
up?
I'm like, that looks really high and really dark. You know, when you go up in a dark place, you don't know how high they're taking you until you fall.
Like we kept going up, and I just started apologizing.
Yeah.
There wasn't nothing else I could
I
do.
told
Hey,
all
this
of
is
my
gonna be
friends.
bad for you right now.
It was like 5 of us. I looked all and I was like, you ain't shit, you ain't shit, you ain't shit. And I was like, you for sure ain't shit, 'cause you know I don't like this.
Oh, yeah.
I felt terrible.
Shoe program.
I have issues with elevators, escalators.
Oh, wow.
I'm shocked. I'm okay.
But you
flying.
get,
Yeah,
I'm more
I've
got
afraid of
used
flying
to
than
it.
she is,
No,
which
I've
is
got
weird.
used
So
to
you
flying.
don't somebody win.
The statistic that probably saved me is more so the fact that it is safer technically for you to
Yeah, to
fly a
fly.
plane than drive a car.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
So knowing those statistics and how safe it is, like, you know, these last couple of plane crashes like creep me out. with the Boeing 737 stuff, right?
Takes it a while.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, it's just, you know, and now I got a thing where I'll watch a movie when we take off. If I made it in the first like 10 minutes, nothing's probably gonna happen.
I read that somewhere though.
They say it's the first 10 and the last 10.
Yeah,
I think.
that's when you have the most trouble in a flight.
Yeah, so I got issues, and
It's okay.
just listening to other people talk about like being on a roller coaster. I've watched videos on YouTube, you know, when they show the
Point of view.
yes,
POV.
yeah, I know what that is. If you had to let me finish, yeah, my palms start sweating just watching it. Like,
Wow.
yeah, no, it ain't work. It ain't
No
right.
judgment.
So people keep saying, "Oh, why you don't want to go to Hollow Weekend, Cedar Point?" I say, I'm not about to waste all my money
To walk around.
on and hold y'all stuff while y'all get in line to go on roller coasters. Hell no. Then I end up dead in 2 minutes.
Well, Halloween weekend has a little more to offer.
Don't care. I don't like haunted houses either. So
Nope. I don't either.
You don't like haunted houses?
I'm jumpy.
yeah, exactly.
I'm extremely jumpy.
I got in a little thing that I don't forget what it was. Some little thing me and my mom went on, like a little cart thing that'll take you through a little haunted house. We fought the people, like physically fought them. Like she was fighting, so I did too. Like
And y'all was swinging.
Man,
Yes,
she's swing, you gotta
I'm
swing.
surprised they ain't arrest y'all.
I mean, I was a kid, but my mom was yelling in my ear. She make me jumpy too. Like, you know, like, no, I don't do well in haunted houses.
I went to Irvis. That was the last haunted house I went to a few
Oh,
years ago.
you fooling. I for sure ain't going to that.
The guy broke character. Because he was like, oh, you was about to fight me. Like, I had to be
What did you say
dragged
to him?
through the whole haunted house because I lost my shit. I was like, you know what? I'm not paying for this anymore. Like, this is the dumbest thing
Yeah,
ever.
well, like, why
To be
subject
afraid.
yourself to stuff like
Yeah,
this?
like,
You don't
this
have to
is
feel like
stupid.
that.
Never been back in a haunted house.
That stuff
I
ain't
mean,
fun.
once you realize it ain't for you, so is that your fear, or you have?
Oh,
something
no.
specific?
I have an irrational fear of birds. I recognize that none of these things have happened to me.
What's going on in life?
I think, no, I have a few fears. Okay.
Oh Lord.
I think that they will peck me solely in the center of my body.
Specifically.
Like, nowhere else, but like, if a bird is flying, they're
In
going
the
to
soft spot.
Yeah, right there. It freaks me out, like, to no end.
So you walking, all you hear is
And I'm out. You know, like,
shit's over with.
gotta go. The night's over, guys.
Tonight,
See you on the other side.
the night is over.
Tips
We
heading
just
home.
can't go into a
I
building.
wouldn't. You got me
I
crying.
don't even know how close it gets to me.
I would have never guessed that about you.
Wait,
Yes.
we just can't walk into a building and calm down. You know, get some. That's it. It's over.
I'm gonna keep talking about it.
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna ruin your night. So because I know that, I'm going to leave.
Just go.
Oh.
All right, y'all. I'm
But
thinking about
I'm
that.
trying to figure out. But what you gonna say? This motherfucking bird, like.
As long as you know it's irrational.
But I recognize that it's completely. It's never happened to me. It's not like
Clearly, you're
I'm
still
going
here.
through some type of
Experience.
Trauma.
experience. I just think that that's what's gonna happen.
When did that come about?
It's been about for a while. It's been a long time. It's not something I talk about often. We're here.
You see why she don't talk about
Yeah.
it.
Y'all jumped down my throat.
And you've been to New York,
Yes, plenty of times.
so the pigeons don't make you nervous.
I mean, I feel like they
Pigeons
don't
don't
like,
really be flying on everybody's head.
One grazed my head.
Damn.
Oh, I would have died. Oh my god.
It was so nasty.
Oh,
I was more disgusted than
Just
anything.
thinking about it got you
Oh,
over here shaking.
I'm
I
sweating.
see the beads.
I am sweating now.
Maybe I shouldn't have shared that with you.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
You alright?
No.
I'm on fire. Sweet Lord.
Just talk about the next phobia.
I'm not sure if it's like a real phobia, but I despise cats.
What?
Can't stand.
That's
them.
the bird's natural enemy, you would think.
So if you walk into your friend house, they got a cat, they gotta put it up.
Yes,
I don't do cats either, but I'm not scared of them.
cats. So in Egypt, cats run
Yeah, they
free
were,
like
they were
people.
everywhere. Yeah.
And
So do dogs.
when I tell you, I kept my feet on these people's
On the bench or something?
bench. Hey guys, You've got cats here.
They know.
I don't like cats.
Okay, being like there, it was so bad. Like I would move my feet and there'd be a cat like underneath my
The
feet.
cats weren't that bad, but they were.
They
out
were
and
begging, like-
wrong a lot.
Yeah, like they were begging a lot. So
Yeah, and then they were like little tiny cats. Like, oh, sweet.
I felt bad. Yeah,
And
I
then my
felt
last,
more bad for the dogs, but yeah.
I don't want PETA on my ass. So
Go ahead. I don't even want to know what you.
too.
Yeah. And then I'm afraid of needles.
Oh.
Like even as an adult, I will cry. You pull a needle out.
Just pulling the needle out, you start before it even touch you.
Oh, I am deathly afraid of needles.
Oh my God.
Whenever I have to go get shots, I have to have a conversation with the person that's doing it.
FYI.
Oftentimes they'll use the butterfly needle because I'm a child. And yeah, hey, I'm afraid of needles. Chances are when you pull that needle out, I'll start crying.
Oh my God.
Please work with me. You cannot just like pull it out on me. You can't just be like,
I gotta
"Alright."
talk you through.
Yeah,
You know what it feels like though.
it does not matter.
I could see. You know what?
Afraid
The
of
biggest
needles.
thing is like I think a lot of people they like fear the unknown, right? You
I
actually
know it.
No,
That's why I'm
You
scared.
know it hurts.
It's
it
not even
don't even hurt.
It's not even the
Like
pain
that.
of it. It's just the fear of like that thing is about to poke me and my blood's going to leave my body.
Oh Lord. I used to be, but I think probably once I was on the other side of it,
Yeah.
I
Pull a
stopped being
needle out
afraid.
here and watch me freak the fuck
Like
out.
Just
I
by
poked
pulling
enough
it out.
people where it's like, all
And
right.
you bringing it towards me? First off, I'm gonna get antsy because why is this needle on the table?
You know what you came here for, right?
No, I'm saying if she pulled out a needle right now,
Oh.
like, why we got a needle here? Like what?
You
We're not
scared
moving
the whole time.
forward in the conversation until we address this needle and it's put away.
That's how I feel about guns, actually.
Let me not. Yeah,
I'm
I feel that way about guns.
like if I know one's in the room, I'm gonna probably watch you the whole time. Like
what are you doing with that?
or if one of y'all came in here and you have a licensed security and I know it's on you, I probably won't sit next to you. I'm gonna be across the
Really?
room and look.
I was about to say,
Nigga.
you know that half the people in this room.
I'm about to be like, Jeff, I'm about to walk out of this show. You got one on you now?
No,
Are you on?
I have no reason to lie.
That wasn't a no.
No reason to lie to you.
You right, that wasn't a no.
No,
You
I-
ignorance is bliss, so maybe you shouldn't
I
know
ain't
the
ignorant
answer.
no more.
Maybe you shouldn't know the answer to that. And
We'll
just-
talk later.
Jeffrey.
he said he's not afraid of nothing.
Oh.
Have you had a moment where you were like generally afraid
Scared.
or scared?
I mean, yeah, of course it's a job.
So what?
So never as an adult or
Here you
teen.
go. I ain't scared of nothing.
Damn, you were lying in
So,
the
so you, first of all, and it's funny how this shit just flips. In the beginning of the conversation, you was like, "Oh my God, that's healthy. It's healthy not to have a phobia." Now it's not. Now you want to jump on the bandwagon.
But you also said you never had a scariest
I
moment.
didn't say that. I said I don't have a phobia. I'm
Oh,
not,
so what's
All
the
right, so
scariest
what's your scary
moment?
moment?
I don't remember.
He said he hasn't had one as an adult.
Alright, so
I don't understand. Like,
What
first
was
of all,
it as a-
you
what
didn't
used
give
to
a
scare you as a
you
kid?
didn't give a scary
You don't
moment. You just
Oh.
gave phobias.
Okay, I'm sorry. So my scary moment.
when a bird almost flew over your head.
No, and this is honest. I have never in my life had a panic or an anxiety attack, and I didn't know like what that felt like until
I have.
a few months ago, and it was the scariest time of my life. Like my body went numb.
Mm-hmm.
I like stopped talking. I could not physically like
Mm-hmm.
move the muscles to talk. I was like I
Your,
couldn't breathe.
like, what, your mouth cramped up?
It was
like,
just-
yeah.
Like, and when they finally got me out the car, like my muscles in my legs, I was not walking well. It was the scariest time of my life. And then I kept freaking out in the moment and going deeper in because I'm like, I don't know what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Super scary.
Damn.
Actually, when I went to Vegas, I don't know what happened. If the liquor decided to
Oh
run up on me
Let's
later
see where this is
on
going.
in the day, but we were at Bobby's Burgers and just got finished eating. And I'm like, oh, bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, okay. I gotta go to the bathroom. All right, cool. So I go to the bathroom, and you know I'm prepping it. You know I really don't go out, don't go out as much as well. Shit, now if I gotta go, I'm gonna go. But I try not to go out in public.
We started colliding.
All right.
You know, I don't do that.
No, I wasn't gonna say I
Yes,
was doing
you
it in
did.
public. I was gonna say I don't
Reel it back
do
in.
it often, but if I gotta go, I'm gonna go. So I'm getting the seat together, whatever, and all of a sudden, the pain and the fear, like
What was happening to you?
of what I thought was going to happen. It was
You would have had to just raw cheek it.
no. Like so.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I'm done with
Sit
that.
down.
I'm done. Everything's together, right? I go to try to like turn around and unbutton,
It was coming?
and it all was coming. I had to stop moving.
You had to clench it, tighten up.
Baby, listen. I leaned against the wall and held for dear Jesus.
Oh.
I had on short.
Right. He's on trip about to be fucked up.
Listen, I had on short.
Ooh.
It was
gonna be on your
they
socks
they
and your
was light,
shoes.
they was light colored shorts.
Damn.
Listen, I turned
The worst is,
red.
what's that smell?
I think I started crying a little bit. I ain't never like not to be graphic, but the muscle was just like it was
Hanging on for dear life.
dear Jesus.
Scared the shit out of you.
Literally, almost.
So, I'm literally
You
like
on fire tonight.
I'm trying to get it done. I finally get it done. When I sat down, it was all water. Like
Oh.
it was about to be
That would embarrass you.
bad.
Hey, just come on back home.
No,
Yeah.
no. What was gonna happen?
Buddy at the
No.
urinal was like, whoa.
This is what was gonna happen. I had my phone. I was gonna call somebody and say, "Come get my card. Go across the street
Oh, go
and
to-
buy me something. I don't care what it costs.
That would have been a 30-40 minute trip.
I'm not coming out of here.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not walking out of here
Yeah.
at all.
You're right.
Yeah, you probably didn't even have the proper supplies to adequately clean yourself there.
I'm not coming out of here. This T-shirt was about to become a washcloth.
Oh.
My undershirt, yeah, my undershirt was about to come. Like, it was,
I need you to stop that.
Listen.
Oh, my.
listen,
So you said what restaurant to never go to?
We went
No,
to
Bobby's Burgers?
it wasn't the
Didn't we go
food.
there when we was
It wasn't the food. Like the food
Oh.
didn't make me sick.
Oh, the
It was
liquor.
I hadn't, you get up, the liquor got to pass through. It hadn't passed through yet.
It was Bobby Flay's burger, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we went
Oh.
there.
it wasn't the food. The food was amazing. It was just, that moment came.
Damn, you almost scared me telling that story.
Jesus, okay, it was.
Muscles started contracting
it,
too.
it was bad. I got one real quick random. I heard on the radio. So Facebook and Instagram is going to ban the use of sexually suggestive emojis. What do you all think about that?
Of sexually what?
Suggestive. So
They got other stuff to be worried about.
So like the eggplant?
And the
so,
water.
So the content. So if you whatever.
But they still won't allow half-naked women to get on Instagram.
Supposedly no. Supposedly, but yeah.
Now I think we're getting into an issue of too much censorship.
Mm-hmm.
Like I understand the issues that it's causing, and I get that, like, excuse me, young children are seeing these images, and I mean, shit, it's affecting people our age,
Yeah,
of any
definitely.
age.
Definitely.
I just don't want to put it on kids, but like, at a certain point, it's your choice to engage in using this social media.
Mhm.
You have control
That's
over your
true.
actions, so you can delete that app. You cannot open that app, but
Mhm.
what I don't like is you now censoring it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, leave hate speech on there or, like terroristic ideas and ideology, but I am saying if I'm using an eggplant emoji, like, come on, fam, like, where do we draw the line?
Yeah, that's what I said about this morning on the radio. It was
What is that going?
so
What is
I-
that going to cure? I guess what I'm saying. What is that supposed to be a solution
I don't
to?
know.
Like,
It's just something
I
to
mean,
come out with.
I do think that we live in an over-sexualized society. Like, everything
They need to
revolves
start
around
elsewhere, though.
sex.
But when hasn't it though?
I mean, yeah, but I think that it's progressively getting worse. So sex back in the day used to be
that is true.
a thing of like, you alluded to it.
Yeah.
You knew it was going on, but there was still,
Like you go
some type of decorum. Like
you have
that
to move it.
You're right.
They show you the silhouette, and then you
Mhm.
switch to something else. Now we
Correct.
just straight raw.
Now it's like,
No,
whoa,
I-
that is nuts.
I watched How to Get Away with Murder, and they showed like a male threesome.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I was like, there's that kind of
On like primetime TV.
ABC, right? ABC. You don't have to have cable to watch. You ain't gotta have HBO. Like that was.
They didn't like switch like show them
Or
walking
allude
in.
to it.
Like,
No,
you know,
they all start getting undressed and laid in the bed and made out with each other. All three of
Spoiler
them.
alert.
You don't know who?
I got an idea. But...
Yeah, I guess.
It could always be.
That is, first of all, that's an insignificant part of the whole show. So, but it was. I
It was a lot for primetime TV.
And I'm
like,
I'm fine with like sexual scenes, but come on, guys.
Yeah.
that stuff doesn't bother me. I was just shocked. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, damn, how far y'all gonna take it?
I'm surprised that emojis are the place we're starting.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
because
saying.
that's left to interpretation. Like, why do you know what that's suggesting? So if you know what it's
they're
suggesting.
talking about the context. So this is gonna be hard to police it for sure, because you can't say how I intended my statement unless I just say something blatant. You know what I'm saying? But it
So
has
it's my
to,
eggplant.
there you go. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm trying to put my face in this.
But I mean,
you know
maybe
what
I
I'm
like
saying?
the eggplant. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe that's just what I like to do.
But suck my eggplant is
Right.
is no
Maybe
way.
that's what I like to do is suck actual eggplants. I got some type of freaky.
Suck my.
Come
That's
on
an
now.
invitation. Like
Tiffany, you
ain't-
one of them?
you ain't-
I'm just saying, but that it speaks to the censorship.
No, I get that. Definitely. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But if they're saying this is what it is, that's definitely sexually suggestive. Like, suck my eggplant. Like, no one has been saying that until the eggplant was put out to be the representation of male genitalia. Male genitalia.
Jeez.
It's been like that all day. I talk on the phone a lot, so.
I think it's whack, but
Yeah, we'll see if
That's
they're able to
something
really
right
do it.
Yeah. All right. Everybody open up. Open sesame.
Can't reach with
Strong hands.
limited range of motion. Come on.
Damn. Strong ass hands.
Oh.
Laugh it up. Oh.
Hurry up.
If your friends, if you have a friend and they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and you find that boyfriend or girlfriend cheating, do you tell your friend on them, or do you mind your business?
You lose both ways, I think.
Yeah, so which one you gonna do? I totally agree.
You're gonna lose both ways, because if you do tell, depending on where that friend is in a relationship, they're probably gonna stay. And now you're that person. And if
I always say that.
and now if
You're
don't
gonna be the one
tell,
X'd out, not the
if
other.
you don't tell and they find out you knew,
You're gonna be
you
X'd
should have
out.
told
you
me.
lost that friend. So it's a slippery slope. I don't know. I guess you have to make your decision in that moment.
So what would you do?
I probably wouldn't say nothing.
That's how I feel. Like we're
I'm
adults. We ain't like no.
I'm probably gonna leave the restaurant. Oh shoot.
Get up out of here.
I ain't breaking up no marriage,
I'm
especially if they married. I'm like,
I would say, I
really
definitely think
ain't
if they
none of my damn
married, that's
business.
tough. Like, you gotta mind your business.
You don't know if they into some freaky stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and
You know what?
They know.
That's
It
true.
was a report where someone did that, and they were like role playing, and it was her, and she had on a
Something
wig or
different.
whatever, and she straight. The friend took pictures or whatever. So
Girl, your man out
your
here.
man out
I'm like,
here.
nigga, that's me.
But
Calm down.
so,
Yeah.
so here's how the story ended. The friendship ended because she didn't like come to her like, let me tell you. She kind of went at her like, I told you this nigga wasn't shit. You ain't
now
ain't
you telling me how
you
you
ain't.
feel.
Oh, and I was
See,
gonna
now
say that. I was gonna say that it probably depends on how you approach it too. Like, if you come at it like that, yeah, that's a recipe for disaster. I think a lot of different things come into play with that type of question. So if it's their boyfriend or girlfriend, depending on your relationship with that person, your relationship with the boyfriend or girlfriend, you could handle that different ways. You could say something to them. You could mind your business, or if you know your friend is the type who would want to know, then you say something to your friend. But you have to gauge those different things. Now, married, I would probably most definitely mind my business. But
I'm a little on the fence, because you may think you know your friend, you may think your friend may want to know and all this other stuff. from afar, you don't know what you're looking in on. Now, if you see somebody getting tongue down, and you see them walking into the hotel or whatever.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Blatant cheating, right? I'm not talking about you saw
speculation.
Yeah, you saw your friend's husband sitting across the table from another woman. That could be a business meeting. Who knows? I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about like you straight up doing something you ain't supposed to be doing, and I saw it.
Okay, even okay, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Even in that, from that aspect, you have to know the relationship. You know, like if you're that best friend, then you may know the inner workings. You may have been that shoulder to crown, and you may know that this happened before, or you may know whatever. And if you know this person probably not gonna leave,
then don't waste your time.
I probably wouldn't.
See, I don't know about that. Like, I feel like have those conversations beforehand. Because, like, with one of my cousins, we've had that conversation. Like, hey, yo, if you ever see this nigga out, like, let me know. Yeah. But there are also other people where I'm like, I don't know if I would let you know because I know how this is going to go.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know you, I know the dynamics of the situation, and I'm just going to look like the hater.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I will do, I've never been presented with this situation, but what I would like to think I would do is to go to him and say, "You tell her I will."
That would
like
be my approach.
Force his hand and see what he does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, Tiff saw me out. I don't know if she told you, because he doesn't know at that point if I'm going to say something.
Right.
Now, where he might pull my card is
see if you're gonna say
Don't
something.
tell him.
Exactly.
So
and then I got to make a real decision at that point.
So what would you want done for you?
Tell me. I don't like to be kept.
This
in
is
the dark
around the
about
room. What would you want done for you?
Okay, I will say this because I've told my friends this before. Now, if you hear something, don't tell me, right? If you heard round the way, whatever, right? If you see something,
Say something. Can I get a bell on that one?
damn.
You
You know what?
Keep it
I'm
real.
fine.
Keep it funky.
Just be real.
Right.
I don't.
You don't want to know.
Ignorance is bliss.
It is. Because I also believe that, okay, if my friend caught you in the neighborhood is sloppy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll eventually find out something else on my own.
So you wouldn't feel away if it comes out later that your friend knew.
Oh shit.
That's the term.
Because when shit gets real thick and he's like, Keisha knew all along. She ain't tell you.
You're right.
And you sitting there like, damn.
Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe tell me.
Jeff?
I mean, of course, tell me.
Without hesitation.
Yeah, I ain't snitching, but tell me.
You not snitching.
No, I ain't snitching, but tell me. Because I ain't about to be out
That's
here.
horrible.
So that's okay. What about you?
I've actually been told before. I don't know if you remember. You were one of the people who told me. So
Little do
Okay.
you know.
First of
You
FYI,
you sitting over here lying.
No,
I'm just playing. I'm
actually-
joking.
Actually, I'm okay. So what happened was
You gotta tell what happened.
I'm not about to say what happened.
Okay.
But he low key told on himself. But it was two of us basically. The other friend was more prone to saying something, and I was like, I want to mind my business. But then I'm gonna be the whole ass friend if I knew and I didn't like help
Tell the
break
story.
news. So yeah, I mean,
I don't know if I can move forward in a friendship knowing that
You knew.
you knew.
And didn't say anything.
see, I didn't see something. He was just at the wrong place. He wasn't supposed to be in the place he was supposed to be.
In that
I
situation,
didn't
I was
actually
given
see-
the information to do what I wanted with
Right.
it.
I didn't
And I
see
think
anything physically happen or him touch somebody or any. It wasn't nothing like that. It was just he was someplace he had no business being. So now I'm like, okay, your intentions probably weren't good if you were there. So that's why.
Where can you be? Brothels?
Look, stop trying to look.
He
Nigga.
wants the story.
Why you making a apartment?
Yeah, I'm like,
over there.
It look.
where in the world can you?
That's for drinks later.
Yeah,
But-
that's an off-air story. However, but yeah, so I kind of feel the same way though, so to speak. Like, if you see something, yes, give me the information and let me do what I want with it. If you hear something, you could probably keep that to yourself. Because if it's going around and we in the same circle, I likely will eventually hear it too. And you don't know for sure enough to even bring that to me. So I wouldn't be mad if you like, oh, well, I did hear. It's like, all right.
And people move past things, but you gonna always be that snitch. Like he was mad. He was mad at me. Like, and I'm like, well, what the hell did you think? You know.
Oh, so they stayed together afterwards?
Not much longer. I don't even do it.
I mean, my thing is I don't owe you nothing. So if he has a problem with me, then that's whatever.
That's too bad.
Right. Like if my friend is still good, but I also think that I would be more inclined to tell somebody who I know would protect me. So who I know in the situation is not gonna be like, yo, Tiffany said at 10 o'clock she saw you at such and such and such. That's not what Tiffany said. That's not what you said.
Yeah.
If you can present that conversation to him like, my friends was out and saw you.
Yeah.
You don't have to name drop. If it comes to it, then I mean, obviously do what you have to do.
Yeah.
But when you leave with like, in a manner where you know that you're probably not gonna leave, you just taking that to your man, and then you're using my name, and you know, like,
so now I got a problem with him.
Right.
She didn't even have to tell who she.
Oh yeah,
he looked us in the eye.
Yeah.
Like so. He knew, like,
you should have mouthed to him. Hey, you know I'm telling you. Hey, that's your ass. Like, hit him with the Kanye shrug.
Hey, when he looked up, it was like.
Like he literally looked both of us in the eye. Like, what do you like?
You played yourself at that point.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually thought it was funny.
Say anything?
What do you mean?
He
did he not initially come to you and be like, yeah, I saw your friends at this?
I don't even remember how the conversation.
All of this happened literally in like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
like, we told her, then he went on and
I
out
think
he knew we
called
were going to tell her.
like right after. Like I might have still been on the phone with them.
Right.
So it's like,
so,
hold on, this him.
Everybody was telling. You know, I can't reach.
What are you trying?
Get the. I got another one. Let me take your thoughts on this. So I guess Obama did the interview, and he made a statement basically saying that he was against all this cancel culture. Basically, like, you know, no one can do anything or can have ever done anything. We're to the point where like everyone's so hypersensitive. And he's like, if I go on here and say something about what you did and my opinion on it, and if it's not the likes of these people's opinion, now I'm getting canceled or whatever. Because the world is just a crazy place, and no one can do anything. Like it seems like we're almost pissing on all the constitutional rights.
So I've said that we've talked about this on the show before, and I'm not a fan of cancel culture.
No, I'm not either.
At all. Because what do you learn in that? Like sometimes people fuck up, and sometimes people just make horrible decisions.
We're human.
And sometimes people are just purely ignorant.
Right.
So give them the opportunity, educate them, and you can still deal with them. You don't gotta stop supporting them. I mean, unless they've done something to harm
truly
you,
harm or offend you.
right?
Then that's
I understand that, but to sit here and say like, "Oh, you did one thing wrong. Oh, I gotta cancel you for what?"
Yeah.
Because I have a different opinion than you.
Yeah.
Like, is that where we are now?
Y'all are totally right. So is Obama, but I am. I'm a part of the cancel culture. Like,
but I think it's circumstantial too. Like,
you ain't listen to Kanye's album?
No,
it was fire.
Listen, when we first started this, whenever I got on the show with y'all last October, I think, I said then, I was like, I'm done listening to, I haven't listened to a Kanye song, old or new, in a year. Oh, it's been over a year. Because he was pulling that shit last summer, right?
Mm-hmm. So can we talk about that for a hot second?
Oh, shit.
No, I do have a question because I struggle, like people who are deep in their faith.
I'm wrong.
No, I'm not talking about you, like, per se. But when this gospel album came out, isn't the goal of like religion or God
to reach people,
to be forgiving of your fellow man and to welcome them back? Like, God did this multiple times in the Bible, and yet people are out here fully like, fuck Kanye. Forget his music, he's a charlatan, he's this, he's that. And I'm like, but even if he brought 2 people to the fold, 1 person to God's flock through his music, is that not successful?
You know so here's the thing I have with that, right? My issue is, it's not like Kanye came to the black culture and was like, my bad. Like,
Is he supposed to?
no. But the fact that I don't, now, moving forward, I don't support what you do, what you stand for, your beliefs and stuff like that, I don't have to support you. That's also a choice. I get, like, I ain't said, like, oh, I want Kanye to die or something like that, like, or I absolutely hate him. I mean, I don't like him anymore. I don't care for him. But I have the right to not support your music anymore, no matter how good it probably is. It probably is good. But I think the whole thing with that is, I think it's different if someone was to come to the public and say, like, yeah, I apologize for saying, like, slavery was a choice. I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I see the error in my ways. And then if people still say fuck Kanye, then I'm like, okay, like, if he really, like, was sorry, but he can still feel that way. I just don't have to support you through it.
Right. I mean, I get that, but I guess
But people saying fuck Kanye and all this other stuff, but, I mean, I think the way you worded it, it kind of made it sound like, oh, he, like, turned around and, you know,
He
it's
turned
a
over
better,
really.
yeah,
No,
or something
I
like that.
don't-
And he never said, like, oh, I don't support Trump no more. Oh, I don't think slavery was a choice.
I don't think that he
He shouldn't have to.
has to.
But we shouldn't have to support him either, though.
Right, but my argument is from the religious standpoint. If you're going to use religion to make the argument against him, I think that's horrible, because if you look at the Bible, God is forgiving, right? You don't have to have the same opinion as somebody.
Right.
God accepts all. So who are you as man to then say, oh no, my God doesn't do this, so is your God different from this? Are you speaking for your God?
I think
What are they saying?
Y'all are talking about two
yeah,
different
I think
standpoints.
I think you all are talking about people being against the album.
The Sunday service stuff. And
Correct.
She
Right.
just canceled him completely, and she's defending her stance on.
Oh,
canceling
why I
him.
don't support him at all.
So what you're saying is
whether it
is
was
very
the
valid.
Sunday service
There's
or
a lot
not.
of people out
Yeah.
here that's like saying it's blasphemy and
Oh,
all this
that-
other stuff, and no, they're wrong. Like, because you don't know what happened to this man. You don't know what
You don't
type
know
of
his heart.
You don't know
What type of spiritual journey?
You don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. And until he turns around and shows himself to be something different, you got to take it for face value. And for face value, he's bringing a lot of people together. He's bringing a lot of coaches together. He's getting people talking about religion that probably have never in their life thought about religion.
Mhm.
So from a religious aspect, he's doing amazing things. But on her, from what she's talking about, you know, last year he made some comments that she didn't stand for, and she completely canceled him. So from that,
And I don't stand for those things as well. Like at all, like those things that Kanye say that Kanye said are deplorable, and those aren't things that I would like to align myself with.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about from a religious perspective, like Jeff was saying, you're wrong in my
yeah,
opinion.
you are.
To judge him based
Yeah,
off.
I
religion.
agree with that.
Definitely.
I don't know anything about the Sunday service stuff or the album because I just don't mess with Kanye. So
And that's fine. So if you just don't mess with Kanye because of how you feel,
Yeah.
that's fine. But don't, I guess for me, like, don't throw salt on him because now he has a religious album and you're saying like, oh no, he doesn't believe in all this. It's all some type of game or it's all a hustle.
And you have no way of knowing it.
Because-
I can say for me,
That's
I
true.
just genuinely wasn't interested
Let's just dial
because
back.
I don't know. But I mean, that's gospel rap. Period has never really
But
been
that
my
was
thing.
right.
That's not
but
mine
it's
either.
not
So-
gospel
That's
rap.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But just off face value, like I just genuinely wasn't interested. So I don't go out my way to not listen to Kanye, but I don't go out my way to listen to him either. So it's kind
I
of
mean, I'm not gonna lie
for
to
me. Like
it's something in me where I believe, okay, secular music should be secular music and should not be mixed in with religious music.
This album was not that. Just to,
I'm talking about the Sunday service stuff too. Wasn't he remixing like So Anxious? You get what I'm saying? Like I'm sorry, I don't.
Well, we talked about
I have
that
a
before.
problem with
That
that.
made me a little
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
So, I mean, I only knew about that because you told me. It's
Yeah.
not like I went look for it,
so
but
let's pause there for the couple of seconds that we have left. What makes you uncomfortable? Because the beat reminds you
Yeah,
of it?
and that's solely my personal thing. Like,
where did you get it from? You got it from a song. That's
It
about
has
God?
nothing to do with whoever's singing it. When I hear that melody, when I hear that beat,
Right.
it reminds me of that. So it makes me uncomfortable as
Right.
an
No,
individual.
Yeah.
no. Fine.
Yeah.
No, and that's what I wanted.
Yeah,
That's the
no.
response I wanted. I'm not saying it made everyone else. I'm just
Yeah.
saying because people sample a lot of stuff. We've sampled multiple beats and changed the
Right.
narrative of a lot of different songs using
Right.
the same beats. So it's the same thing. Like if I take this song, because we used to do it back in church stuff. We would take songs, and we did it back then for like the roll calls. We would take songs and.
But they typically weren't sexual songs. It's the
it was
sexual
secular though. So
it's the sexual songs that make me.
But we still used to change the secular songs to Christ-like songs, and even in that aspect, it could still do something different for someone else.
100%.
So
That's true.
I mean, I guess even still, it's something different. Like if I take this and I change it, it's not this anymore. So, but I get it for you. It's
The association.
The melody you associated with this, and it makes you feel weird, and I get that. But I'm just saying, like, we get stuck on things like things can't be different, and we're always changing things.
That's true.
We're ever changing. I even from the standpoint of different denominations or what have you, like there are some things that people need or that will reach people better than other things. So I'm never against that. However you get the message, however the Lord has brought to you, that's your business. But in that particular instance that we were speaking about, it's the soul association for me in those type of songs. Now, no, I have not listened to the new album, but I genuinely just didn't have an interest in doing so. If it's being played, I'm not going to walk out the room. I'm not going to demand that you turn it off. Sure, fine, it's on.
I don't do that either.
It's on,
like,
but it's not something that I would find myself going on my way like, oh, let me check this out, because I'm not interested. Oh, I have one in my hand. This one, we might need a little more time for that.
We need more time, don't.
I wanted to talk about it though.
Well, just keep your answer short.
Right. So, is your past girlfriend or boyfriend off limits to your friends once it's over? We'll just put that. We'll leave the second half off, unless we have time.
My question. I think that like they gotta be off. I mean, I think it also depends on the dynamics of you all's relationship. If it was just somebody you might have been fucking around with, like
that's not a girlfriend or boyfriend, though.
That's true, but sometimes people tend to think that are their boyfriends.
Be very
or
clear.
girlfriends, right? So people create stories in their head all the time.
Okay.
That doesn't.
Right.
Right. But if you're talking about like somebody that I like really thought was going to be in my life forever, I don't want to be with him, but you can't either. You know what I'm saying?
Are we talking about dating or just like being
in an actual relationship?
The question said boyfriend or girlfriend, so I took that for face value. If I thought it was my boyfriend, you as my friend should have thought it was my boyfriend.
Oh, see, now that's different.
No, wait.
Because he think he's your boyfriend.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, but if you're my friend and I'm telling you, well, yeah, that's my boyfriend. Like as far as you know, then.
But then I talked to him and he's like, "Whoa, that was never nothing." And I finally get the truth out of you and like, I mean, no, we wasn't official, but we did everything together. Well, that wasn't your nigga.
But wait,
man,
is the question asking like, can you go and date?
Or can you just be friends?
I thought this meant like, can you
be with them?
Be with them. That's what she meant.
Not just friends, like friends.
Hell no.
I think we all agree no.
Right.
Just got a different answer.
I took that to mean like I thought y'all were saying can you still be friends with your friend's ex?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't care about that.
Yeah. Nobody I brought around me afterwards. Nobody.
I gotta start knocking blocks
off. Nobody. Anybody I've decided to bring around you means something.
Yeah.
We ain't even gotta have a title, but they mean something to me.
That's a good point.
So it's one thing if we just mistakenly happen to bump into each other. But if I bring somebody to a social event,
purposely bring them around, that's true.
Nah, because I don't just be like, even if it's like, hey, we're doing a couple things and I ain't with nobody, I'm still gonna call the person that's probably the runner up. Like that's if I'm gonna be in a relationship.
But I'm saying the runner up is now off limits.
Yes.
Now you just being selfish.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure about that.
No,
so you got a main thing. You got
no. I'm saying
you got one in the hole.
No, I'm not saying a main thing. I'm saying like I don't want a relationship, but if I was to have a relationship, this is the person I would be in a relationship with. Not I got.
Well then, shit or get off the pot.
Couldn't see them together 6 months later.
No, not,
A
I'm not
year
saying
later.
like
10
6
years
months
later.
later.
You're right.
Let's just say 5 years later, we in different points in life, and y'all figure out they work together, and you're like, oh no, you cool. Like, it's something I really like about you. That's off limits because you talked to him 5 years ago?
Are we still friends?
Yeah.
Yes.
See, you being real. Okay.
I mean, I think the safest bet is to always ask as well, too.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Always ask.
That's true.
And,
But then you're going to be like, yeah, I don't care about him.
well,
And
then
the whole
that's
time,
on you. You got to be
Mad as
honest.
hell.
Yeah.
Like,
That right.
you have to
So
be
if,
honest.
if you ask me and I tell you like, no, I'm straight, you can do your thing, and then I'm in my feelings later.
That's
your
your fault.
That's your problem.
That's
Yeah.
definitely on me. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely all on me. But if you come to me like, hey, cuz, so remember such and such, and if I hit you with the, you probably don't even have to go forward after that. Because if I hit you with the, I don't
No,
really
that's
know.
crazy. You just
I
walk
still,
away.
I still remind you, like, okay,
But-
well, I'm glad you forgot,
Yeah,
but
so,
like,
yeah, it's
FYI,
grass on the field, play ball at this point.
you're a
But
bitch.
if you hit me, wow. So, if you hit me with the such and such, I'm like, yeah, such and such. Yeah, I was just looking at Instagram yesterday. You know what I'm saying? No.
Feeling my feelings about that.
No.
I drink every night.
Oh, Lord.
Look, I also
Alright.
think it's up to your friends too. Well, I mean, that's up to you to share information with your friends. But if you share enough information with your friends should be able to know how you actually feel about that person.
That's a
Which
fact.
is another reason why you should know who's off limits and who ain't.
That's another topic too about sharing. We'll bring it.
I think guys have a harder time with that
That's
than
another topic about
Thank
sharing.
you.
You can't share everything.
I agree with that, but I think that you need to share how you feel.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If I bring
Because
them
a
around,
lot-
that's how I felt.
So that's not clear. That's not common knowledge.
No, it could be somebody you smashing and you was just like, okay, well, I'm going over my boys for a game night or something. You want to roll?
And she like, I'm coming with you, and you can't dodge her.
Look, just like you staying home.
I've seen it happen.
You ain't seen me
That's
happen.
I mean, okay, Jeffrey, we're not talking about just you.
Jeffrey. Man, I hate that you act like you've never been locked up in an uncomfortable situation and that you never just went with the flow because that was the easiest thing to do.
I
like you
will
swore,
leave.
just like you swore up and down, you
Yeah.
told old girl her breath stank.
I did.
We ain't doing this one.
Shows
Because
up.
I wasn't bad about it.
Like, you ain't told that girl that. No, you
Oh,
ain't. Stop.
listen.
They're in the middle of fooling around and you told her
Go
her breath
running
stank.
around. How old are you?
Listen. First of all,
Like you're your breath humming.
You
Oh,
all,
you ain't say that.
you all can believe whatever you want to believe, but for guys, it's the slightest thing that's gonna stop me. Because if something else smell, I'm definitely stopping. I'm gonna tell you.
That's way different.
Not for some people. I know a lot of people that just keep going, won't say nothing.
Okay, and they're nasty.
So Miss Me would tell me I ain't said what I said because I know what the hell I said. However, today, I'm not about to be sitting around here uncomfortable, sweating, all nervous, mad. For what? No, you're not going. It happened to. Let me tell you the
Why
way.
can't I go?
Right.
Like,
Bye.
we was just together. I
Bye.
mean, like, I still
Oh,
wanna
so you
come
gonna
hang.
smash and I can't even come hang out with your friends?
Niggas will avoid that conversation at all
Right, and I
costs.
know you have
All right, come
before.
on.
All right, come on.
Okay.
Famous
Okay,
last
And then
words.
he forward her to his friend.
Hey,
Right, so,
no.
so
Back up.
here's the problem with that. You be doing all that disrespect like and then turn around and end up with this one, and you look like the fool. I'm not making myself out to be a fool. If I don't know where this is right now, I'm not taking you
These
around.
niggas not thinking that deep.
We back up. We talking about the stank breath, right? You tell her she can't go. She asks why. What you gonna say?
Because you're not going.
Oh, so you're not gonna tell her her breath
but you
stank.
gonna call tomorrow trying to smash, and you think it's going down? So you gonna mess up your situation.
First of all, let's be honest here. You all have
Aw.
dealt with guys for less.
Not
So-
dealt with guys for less.
Huh?
We have not dealt with guys.
You have.
Excuse
Dealt
you.
with
I'm not
guys.
sure what you're saying.
Like,
Worse than bad breath? Is that what you're trying to say?
yes, you got a guy with bad breath, I'm sure.
I have not actually. I haven't.
Fucked up teeth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
I mean, but, teeth are my thing.
Teeth are my thing, too.
all I'm saying is that you played off. Women have definitely played off guys, played them off, not answering the phone, whatever, and they do what? Still be there. There's somebody for everybody that's going to deal with your BS regardless of what it is. So yes, there's been situations where they're like, no, I'm cool, I'm not doing this. No, and they'll still answer the phone. Everyone has someone, and it's unfortunate that we've been that way in life, but everyone has had
So
somebody.
you mean someone who's insecure? You're just going to.
I didn't know what insecurity was as a child.
Man, stop it.
This is from the one who love him and leave him. Turn him and burn him.
Turn them and burn them.
What is
First of all,
that?
no, that's hilarious.
What's the turn him and burn
Turn
him?
them and-
However, I ain't gonna keep going on with y'all. We're over time.
I don't love none of these.
It's right.
Not one of them.
Got 3 in Africa, like, yeah.
That's honest. She
Like,
do.
so when are my gifts coming?
Oh my God! I see that nice new Gucci over there too.
What? What are you talking about?
What the hell?
I don't want to hear nothing. However, it's been a great show. Y'all got me
Absolutely.
hotter than Colin. Talking this trash.
Oh,
Anything else y'all want to, I do want to, hey, before we go though, did you all hear about the WAVE project?
That sounds familiar, actually, but I can't
It's
remember.
waveproject.org. Go to it when you have some time. Check it out. It's
Wave is in WAVE.
project.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the site when you have some time. It's an amazing company, or I guess nonprofit organization. They have developed these trailers with showers and toilets on them, and they go around in certain areas, offering allowing people to take showers.
Oh, that's necessary.
Like, man, that is crazy. Like,
That's nice.
the first person they said that took a shower was like a guy who had a job interview or had just got a new job or whatever. He was like, man, got this job, I'm homeless, I just need to take a shower, and they were able to satisfy him.
That's
So,
nice.
Shout out to all companies out here helping people like
that's
get jobs, because
real
Lyft
dope.
is doing that. Like they'll take you to your job interview. If you get the job, they give you 2 weeks of living rights. for
That's
free.
nice.
I think 3 weeks. So like if you got to do a check in the hole,
Yeah.
they'll get you until you get paid.
Oh,
That's what's
dope.
up.
Yeah, so I caught that on the news, and that's real big. Anything else anybody want to shout out or support or anything going on? No? Yes, maybe? I had something else. I sent the email to myself, but it's not coming up, so probably talk about it next week. However, yeah, we appreciate everybody tuning in. It's always been a blast. My name is Jay Liggs. This is the Culture Cure. This is your culture, so be a part of the cure. Peace.
Thanks.
Bye.